Cyberpunk 2077 Patch 1.61 is live. Here's everything you need to know. Cyberpunk 2077 is an open-world, action-adventure role-playing video game, developed and published by CD Projekt RED that was released December 10, 2020. The game was announced during the 2012 CD Projekt RED Summer Conference as the official video game adaptation of Mike Pondsmith's pen and paper RPG Cyberpunk 2020. An expansion for the video game, called Phantom Liberty, is set to release in 2023. A sequel, codenamed Orion, is set to start development subsequently. Cyberpunk 2077's latest update, Patch 1.61, is live now, with a number of small changes, improvements, and fixes. This update comes just weeks after the second resurgence of Cyberpunk 2077 after the launch of Netflix anime series, Cyberpunk, Edgerunners. As part of the renewed interest, the game has been breaking records left, right and center. Recently, CD Projekt RED announced that they have been bringing in 1 million players each day. The game has also surpassed Witcher 3 in peak concurrent players. Cyberpunk 2077 Patch 1.61 caters to bug fixes and quests and the open world. It also adds fixes to the visuals, gameplay, UI, and some platform-exclusive changes too. The patch is available for consoles, PC, and Stadia. Interested players can check out the changelog here. The previous patch for Cyberpunk 2077 was one of the biggest for the title. Apart from the usual gameplay fixes and improvements, it also brought free DLCs and content inspired by the hit anime series, Cyberpunk, Edgerunners. It brought additional content through the wardrobe feature, new ranged and melee weapons, and cross-progression through various platforms. Since then, the game has been doing quite well as it reported selling more than 20 million copies. Cyberpunk 2077 is a continuation of the events of Cyberpunk 2020, taking an alternate path to that of Cyberpunk version 3.0. The game is set in the dystopian metropolis of Night City. It is set in the Free State of Northern California. Night City is located south of San Francisco, around the area of Morro Bay, California. During Cyberpunk 2020, Night City is said to have a population of more than 5 million inhabitants. However, this number is suspected to be considerably larger in 2077. Following an economic collapse sometime during the early 21st century, the United States is forced to rely on large corporations to survive. These corporations deal in a wide range of areas, such as weapons, robotics, cybernetics, pharmaceuticals, communications, and biotechnology. Many of these companies operate above the law. The game follows the story of V, a hired gun on the rise in Night City, the most violent and dangerous metropolis of the corporate-ruled future. A robust character creator will allow players to choose V's gender, visual appearance, as well as historical background, all of which may influence the shape of the game. The world is inspired by the works of authors such as William Gibson, author of Neuromancer, and Philip K. Dick, whose novel Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep? And subsequent movie adaptation Blade Runner heavily influenced the creator, Mike Pondsmith, in creating the original tabletop RPG. The player character V is contracted along with Jackie Wells to steal an important piece of technology from the Arasaka Corporation known as the Chip of Immortality by fixer Dexter Deshawn. The duo manage to infiltrate the Megacorp and steal the device, but the plan goes awry and Jackie appears to die. After meeting with Dexter, V is betrayed and left for dead in a landfill, but manages to survive, possibly in part due to the Chip of Immortality, and is haunted by the digital ghost of iconic rocker boy, Johnny Silverhand. The Corporat. V starts in the Arasaka Tower, where Arthur Jenkins gives them a job to take out another corporate employee. V arrives at Lizzie's bar by AV and is accosted by several basketball players, whom they almost crushed by conducting an illegal landing on the basketball court. V enters the establishment and meets up with their old friend Jackie Wells, and the two begin to discuss. Unfortunately for them both, Their target has caught wind of the attempt and Arasaka personnel arrive. V's contract is terminated in full and they are nearly dragged away by the Arasaka goons, only for Jackie to step in and intimidate the Arasaka personnel into backing down. V has lost almost everything at this point except for the $10,000 Jenkins gave them. The Nomad. V, a lone nomad on their way to Night City, has car issues on the border to the Badlands and is forced to seek the services of a local mechanic. V managed to fix the vehicle before they are confronted by the local sheriff as they continue on towards Night City. V then has to head to a nearby radio mast to get in touch with someone from their clan in order to meet up with Jackie Wells on the outskirts and collect an Arasaka-owned cryo-storage container which must then be smuggled through the border checkpoint. Border security tips off Arasaka, however, and agents attempt to intercept V and Jackie before they can enter the city. A car chase ensues where V must use a DR-5 Nova to take care of the pursuers. After shaking the Arasaka pursuit, Jackie and V take a moment to inspect the cargo. It turns out to be an iguana of a species from the Lesser Antilles, one thought to be completely extinct. The Street Kid. V is running a job for Kirk Sawyer, who provides them with the technology to steal a high-end Rayfield Erendite Guinevere owned by Kaoru Fujioka. V enters the car before they are stopped and held at gunpoint by Jackie Wells, whom also intends to steal the car for their own purposes. Before he is successful, an NCPD squad show up and bust the pair. The squad is led by Jackie's childhood acquaintance, Inspector Stintz, who also recognizes V. Kaoru, an Arasaka employee, shows up and orders Stintz to kill the pair and dump their bodies out at sea, as he does not wish to see them go to trial.